Mario Kart is known for having some great and unique tracks through the years. We've raced on cruise ships, volcanoes, and even in space. But there have also been some subpar tracks, and in this video I'm going to list the worst track in every mainline Mario Kart game. This will be my opinion, so every one I list is just one I think is the worst in its respective game, and I will be taking retro tracks into consideration, since even though they're technically from another game, they're still in the one I'm picking from. So without further delay, here are the worst tracks in every Mario Kart game. Super Mario Kart, Bowser's Castle 2. Super Mario Kart is kind of infamous for having quite a few subpar tracks, a lot of repeats and unnecessarily hard ones. You could easily put Vanilla Lake 1 or 2 in this spot, but for me, Bowser's Castle 2 is just an awful experience. All of the Bowser's Castles in this game are pretty annoying, but the second really takes it to the next level. First off, basically all the turns are 90 degrees, there's thwomps everywhere, and a straight up dead end that can only be useful if you have a feather, and even if you do, it's not a guarantee you'll make the jump. All around it's a very frustrating race, especially if you're not used to the game's controls, because you'll be hitting something every other second. Mario Kart 64, Wario Stadium. I know some people like this one, but I've never liked Wario Stadium. It's very bland and empty, especially for a stadium track which normally has at least some fire rings or something. It's just not fun to play, but the worst part is that it's so long. It's not quite as long as Rainbow Road, but it'll take you around 5 minutes to complete one race. If they made it 2 laps like they should have, it would be higher for me, but they didn't, and it's a long, boring race with not much to look at. At least Rainbow Road has great music and visuals. Mario Kart Super Circuit, Snowland. Snowland and Super Circuit is a very unique situation. As far as I know, this is the only track ever that shakes the screen when you play it, which is incredibly annoying and can even give some people headaches, I've heard. It's such a shame too, because I actually like the track itself. The layout is decent, the music is nice, and the background is cool as well. Why Nintendo decided to ruin this course is beyond me. They've made some questionable decisions, but this one still boggles my mind. At least we got a good remake in the Booster Course Pass though. Mario Kart Double Dash, Sherbetland. Another ice track, but this one is here for completely different reasons. Double Dash's version of Sherbetland is just annoying to play. Combining the loose controls of this game with the slippery ice physics is a recipe for disaster. And don't even get me started on the freezies. Sometimes it feels nearly impossible to avoid them, and then you straight up just can't move for a couple seconds, which can completely ruin your race. The Shy Guys can be irritating as well, since it's also hard to avoid them sometimes. It sucks that such a beautiful course is this frustrating to play, but at least the remake is much better like Snowland. Mario Kart DS, GCN Baby Park. Okay, so now we're getting into the games with retros, so there's more tracks to choose from, and boy does DS have some retro stinkers to choose from. The worst one being GCN Baby Park. The original Baby Park is known for being extremely chaotic and hectic, mostly due to the special items in Double Dash combined with how small the track is, as it is just an oval, but there are no special items in DS, making the race significantly less interesting. It also now has 5 laps instead of 7, which makes the race very short, especially if you're playing on 150cc, but I guess that may be a good thing considering how painfully boring the race is. Mario Kart Wii, SNES Ghost Valley 2. Mario Kart Wii is known for having some of the best nitro tracks, so it really only made sense to pick a retro, and in my opinion the worst one is Ghost Valley 2. I'm just really not a fan of the Ghost Valleys in general. I don't like the vibe from the music and the aesthetics. The layout is just okay and flat, and it's also the shortest track in the game. It's honestly not a bad track, and it's definitely not as bad as some of the other ones on this list, but Mario Kart Wii has a lot of good tracks, and Ghost Valley 2 is just simply the worst one in my opinion. Mario Kart 7, Toad Circuit. Surprisingly, the only starter track on this list, Toad Circuit is an extremely basic course that doesn't really offer anything enjoyable except for maybe the glide ramp and the music. But it's not the only track with that same song, so it barely even has that. It feels like a worse version of Wii Luigi Circuit, which isn't exactly great either, but it's still better than this. The glide ramp is nice I guess, and it does its job for being an easy track so the player can get the hang of the controls, but that doesn't make it not bad. Mario Kart 8/8 Deluxe, Bone Dry Dunes. Bone Dry Dunes already has its work cut out for it being a desert course, which are usually unliked to begin with, but this one is just bad in my opinion. But the weird part is I can't really explain exactly why. It's just not enjoyable to play at all. There's not one single thing that stands out about it. I guess it's just a few little ones, like some of the turns are annoying, the sand feels worse to drive on, and I guess the dry bones at the end are aggravating as well. Kind of the same as some of the others. It's honestly not a bad track. I just personally don't like it, and Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe have a lot of good tracks, so I completely understand if there's some people who get mad about this one. Thanks for watching my video on the worst track in every Mario Kart game. I'm sure you have some disagreements, so let me know which ones you would change in the comments. If you have any other video ideas I haven't done yet, let me know those as well. As always, remember to subscribe for more Mario Kart videos, and have a great day.